Welcome to Timeline Secrets, the channel where history's darkest mysteries come back to life. Today, we are diving into the most brutal war in human history, a war that destroyed entire cities, took more than 70 million lives, and changed humanity forever. This is the terrifying story of World War II. More than 70 million people vanished in just 6 years. Entire cities burned so hot, shadows were left on walls. Children searched for food beside mountains of ruins, and soldiers disappeared into snow, never to be seen again. This was not just a war. It was humanity at its absolute darkest. But how did the world fall into madness? To understand the horror, we must go back to the beginning. After the First World War, Germany was broken, its economy collapsed, millions were starving, and anger filled the streets. Then one man promised to restore Germany's pride. His name was Adolf Hitler. At first, people thought he was their savior, but the world had no idea what was coming. In 1939, Germany invaded Poland, and within hours, Europe exploded into war. Tanks crushed cities, bombers turned homes into ash, and millions ran for their lives. But this was only the beginning. Soon, Hitler's armies marched across Europe like a storm. France fell, cities surrendered, and fear spread across the world. Then came the camps. Places built not for life, but for death. Millions of innocent people were imprisoned, families were separated forever, and humanity watched in silence. But far away in the east, another nightmare was beginning. Germany invaded the Soviet Union. The largest battlefield in history was born. Winter arrived like a killer. Soldiers froze where they stood. Some starved to death beside abandoned tanks, and the snow turned red. Then came Stalingrad, the deadliest battle humanity had ever seen. Buildings became graveyards. Every street became a battlefield, and every hour, thousands died. Some soldiers drank melted snow to survive. Others fought beside the bodies of friends. No one escaped unchanged. But while Europe burned, another disaster shocked the world. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, America entered the war, and suddenly, the conflict became global. Oceans filled with warships. The skies thundered with planes, and entire islands vanished under explosions. Then humanity created a weapon so powerful, it changed history forever: the atomic bomb. On August 6, 1945, one city disappeared in seconds: Hiroshima. A blinding flash swallowed everything. Buildings melted, people vanished, and survivors wandered through fire. 3 days later, a second bomb struck Nagasaki. The world finally understood. Humanity now had the power to destroy itself. Soon after, the war ended, but victory did not feel like victory. Entire nations were in ruins, millions had no homes, and countless families waited for people who would never return. The final death count shocked humanity: more than 70 million lives lost. That means one person dying every few seconds for 6 years. But even after all the destruction, the scars never disappeared. Survivors carried nightmares for the rest of their lives. Some never spoke about what they saw, because words were not enough, and even today, the ruins still remain. Old bunkers, destroyed tanks, and silent battlefields, as reminders of humanity's darkest chapter. But one terrifying question still remains: could it happen again? Because the weapons today are far more deadly, and the world remains divided. History warns us that hatred can destroy civilizations, and silence can make evil stronger. The most brutal war in human history was not just fought with bullets, it was fought with fear, and the cost was humanity itself.